What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I'm doing pretty good on this Saturday afternoon, just sitting down at the desk, sitting down in my fairly clean office area, and about to get some chart time in, and I figured I would go ahead and record this one today. I have a buddy that's interested in one of my strategies that I've been trading lately. It's the one that's actually probably been making me the most money, and I figured I would go ahead and record it, go back, look at the chart, probably go back as far as the 1 minute will take me back, kind of mark the chart out, and look at seeing if I would have took a trade at that time. So let's go ahead, let's jump on over into the main screen, jump on over into these TOS charts. And usually this is what I am looking at when I am about to trade. I have 4 time frames on the chart. I have a 1 minute, I have a 5 minute, 15 minute, and the hourly. When I'm trading, I am really only focused on this 1 minute chart. This 1 minute chart will tell me everything I need to know after I have marked my levels on the 5 minute chart, the 15 minute chart, and the hourly chart. And if you notice on the hourly, you only see just this orange hourly channel. That's because I have this just set to a drawing set of hourly. If I had this set to default, it would look a hot mess. That's what it would look like. A lot of times I will set this to default and just kind of delete some of these old channels out, but that's what it's usually set to. And you see, it only just has this one channel. We have broken out of this channel. Watch this, y'all. What I'm gonna do, right click, I'm gonna duplicate it, and I'm going to stack it on top. It's that simple, y'all. I have that much faith in my channels when I draw them to where if I stack it, it's gonna pretty much 9 times out of 10 be just where it's at. You notice I don't include wicks in my channels a lot of times, especially when I'm establishing the channel, because for me, wicks are buyers and sellers trying to push back in a channel. So if you notice right here, they just rode right along that edge. They broke it. It rode right along the edge, flushed out. It broke out of the midline. So on my channels, you'll hear me refer to like bases and midlines. It's the top base, it's the bottom base, and that's the midline. Normally just refer to these as just bases. Solid lines of the channel, it's the base, and that's the midline. This came down, broke the midline, and now you see it just kind of edging up along the top. If this thing breaks right here on Monday, probably see this flush all the way out to the baseline down there. But that's as simple as it is for my charts. I will keep that on there. But what I want to do is I'm going to take this all the way back, like I said, as far as it'll go. So it's going to take me back to 1800, which is 6 o'clock on 123. So that would have been Thursday. And I'm going to take the 5 minute chart back over there as well so that we don't see the future. And that's at 1904. So I'm going to stop that one about right there. So at the time, that's what the market would have looked like had I sat down at about 7 o'clock Thursday evening. So this is what I do to get prepped up to start trading. I'm going to run through exactly what I would do. I'm not going to fool around with moving these back because the hourly already has a established channel. Not going to really worry about the 15 minute. So let's go ahead and let's start with the first one. So I'm going to start. And actually, before I do that, looking at this chart, the first thing that I see is we have what I call a mountain, a pivot. Then we have a lower mountain, lower pivot, lower high. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to establish that channel. Switch this over to a channel. And remember how I said I don't like to start my channels from the pivots. So, or not from the pivot, but from the wicks. So that's the top base of the channel. That's going to be the lower base of the channel. Again, these wicks are battles. Notice that puts my midline right where I would like to see my midline at. And now I'm going to color this channel purple. My 5-minute channels, down channels, are purple. And I made a color key from my buddy. And let's see if I could put that on the screen real quick. So that's the color key. When you look at my chart, this here tells you everything that's on my chart. And this here tells you why I don't need to look at those other time frames. The gold broken line, which is right there, that's VWAP. Purple broken line, which is something that I just started putting on my charts. It's way down there. That's the 15-minute 200 SMA. That's something that Spark, one of the guys that hangs out with me in the Discord, I'm either in his Discord or he's in my Discord, but normally during the market, we're talking to each other while we're trading. But that's what he uses to kind of figure out if the market is bearish or bullish. If it's above it, it's bullish. If it's below it, it's bearish. For me, that's the black broken line. That's the hourly 50 EMA channel. And where is that at? We're below it, but not at that time, because that would have been over here. Yeah, so right up in there. And let me make sure that it's black, because I don't see it. Da, da, da. 15.55. There it is right there. Yep, it's black. Okay. It's just not in play right now. Then you got a green broken. That's the 5-minute. Magenta. That's a 5-minute 10. Magenta is a 5-minute 20. So fast and slow. And then you have a green with the cloud. That's the 1-minute 10. Magenta with the cloud. 1-minute 20. Fast and slow. You have a red thick, which is down here. It's 200 SMA for the 1 minute. Thin, it's the 100 SMA for the 1 minute. Those are the levels that I like to see on my chart. And I'm pulling the 5 and the 5-minute levels. So I don't really need to look at the 5-minute chart. Only one on the hourly that I like is the hourly 50. That's on the chart. And actually, they're all kind of stacked in there. That's why you can't really see them. They all kind of just running together, which is usually a good sign. But let's go back to what we were talking about. And again, you can see the channels before we leave. So purple, that's a 5-minute down channel. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off right now. Actually, I can leave it up for now. I'll leave it up. All right. So I have my 5-minute down channel. And if you notice, we're outside of it right now. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate and stack it. And I'm going to duplicate it from the 1-minute chart, because when I stack it, I want it to be in alignment based on the 1-minute chart. So there we go. And I'm going to do that one more time. Duplicate. And I'm going to stack it one more time. Because if you notice, that's where it's at. All right, so we're good. Go ahead and auto that back. So look at that. Market opened at 6 o'clock, came down, kind of chopped around the midline, popped up, chopped around, popped up, and now we are over here at the top side of it. And then I do have one more stacked on top. So that's the 5 minute. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna look at the 1 minute chart, and I'm gonna find those levels. 1 minute chart, what I notice, we're in an up channel. If I start right here, we get a higher low, we get another higher low. I'm gonna come right here. Again, I'm not gonna use the wicks. I'm gonna come through here, and I'm gonna come through there, and that's gonna be my base. And I'm gonna come up here. Some people would start it up there because that's the top of it. For me, I'm gonna use this level right there. And watch when I do that, you're gonna see, boom. Look at the midline there. Look at the midline and how price reacted to it. Come up through there, look at the midline. So that's my 1 minute. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna stack it. So we'll go one higher. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna stack it. I'm gonna go one lower. And now I kind of have my range that I'm gonna play in. I have my range that I'm gonna play in. You see black channels. If you go over to my key, a black channel is a 1 minute up or down channel. I don't really differentiate between those. If you see a black one, it's just gonna be an intraday 1 minute channel. But there's my levels, and let's kind of look at that right now. Again, with market opening at 6 o'clock, came down to that 1 minute, came up, kind of chopped around. Decent short right here if you wanted to start averaging in right there. And if it went up, I would average in again up here. We'll talk about that when we go to trading. Comes back down. Here's nice. Base of the channel. You got the magenta, that's the 5 minute 20. You got VWAP. This is a nice long right there. This should catch support. It does just that. Nice little move up. Now these moves be looking good after hours, but they don't really be any points. That's 22004. This went up to 220, call it 1-2, 8 points. 8 points. So you really have to have some size on pre or after hours, because the moves might look good, but they're not really doing much. So let's go ahead and let's just scroll through and let's look at this, and then I'll go and look at a point where I would take a trade at. So comes up to the top of the channel, up almost to the top of the 5 minute channel. Again, my buddy, he'll ask me like, you'll take a short in an up channel? Yeah. For one, this is a scalp strategy, and it's a dollar cost average in scalp strategy, I guess is the best way to describe it. But let's keep scrolling. Look at that. Another nice little tap off the top of the channel. You get the move down. But let's come on over. Look at this move back down to VWAP. I would expect this to hold, y'all. I would probably take this trade right here, y'all. One other thing, though, before we go any further, is one thing that I did forget to put on this channel, and I'm going to get that off of the 5 minute channel down here, and that's a price action level. If you notice over on the key, you see it says black thin line price action level. I manually put those on, and it's going to be this pivot right here. So I'm going to go ahead. And if I'm going long, that's pretty much going to be my cutoff. I don't want to see price break and hold that level. Not just break it, because it could wick down, but I don't want it to come down and then close and then drop lower. So that level is what, 29,994? I would probably call it 2990 is probably where I would kind of have that level that I don't want to see let go. So if I'm going long, and I'm telling you right now, I would probably take a long right there. So I'm gonna change this. Let's go ahead and do it. And I have got another little spreadsheet that I use or that I made to kind of just show how these trades work. So I'm gonna pull that up right there. That's just showing you, like, usually I'll average in 5 times. So I just kind of made this spreadsheet. Sometimes maybe more than that, but usually I don't want to try to get in there more than 5 times. So let's just say on this first one that I get in right here because it's coming down to VWAP, came down to my midline. So that first entry, let's call it 22006. So 22006. Remember I said that my stop is going to be around 21990. So 21990. So I'm risking 16 points on one contract. That's $32. So I'm gonna take 2 contracts. So I am risking $64 on that one position. Now let's keep scrolling on over. And remember, if this comes down here, I'm not gonna be mad. I'll add right there. And really, I kind of want to, if you want to know the truth, because I'm only in 2 contracts. But let's see what this does. This makes this move back up to top of the channel. I would have been green 6. This went up to, call it 11, 12, 5 points. So not much on there. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. It comes back down, bounces again, goes up. Now from here, let's see, 6. That's what, 7 points? And then it makes this move back down. I'm adding right there, y'all. I'm going to add right there. So what is that? Let's see. Call it 22005. Actually, let's see. Nope. We'll call it 6 again. 22006. Same stop, 990. And this time, I'm going to take 1 contract. So risking $32 on that one. This comes down. Bounces off of the 200. These are key levels for me. I expect this level right here to hold. I expect this level to hold. So I'm going to add another one right there. And that one I'm going to probably add 2. So 22004. Same stop. I'm going to add 2. So in this trade, now I am risking $152. And I am in 5 MNQs. Let's keep going. This thing is still just kind of dead in this area. But look, you see this gray line? That's an old 5-minute level. This is an old 5-minute level. And for me, I'm going to add just 1 right there. So we'll call that 22002. 22002. Same stop. Risking 12 points on that. We just grabbed 1. Usually, I don't want to risk more than about $250 per trade. $250, maybe $300 sometimes. But let's keep going. And I know you're looking at this as like, it's kind of counterintuitive. I got faith in these, boss. But watch this. Even before I do that, let me go back over here. Because notice, we've broken that channel. So let's duplicate that one. Let's stack it 1 time down. Bam. Look at that. Wicked right off of it. And that was the 5-minute down channel. So to me, that's a good ad. Let's keep going. Look at that one. Right off the base of the channel. That's a good ad. Let's keep moving it over, up, up, up. And then I'm going to stack this 1 more time. Stack it 1 more time. Because I am going to add right here. I knew that this was going to line up like that. But I needed to show them down there. This would be my final ad, y'all. Because remember, what did I say my stop was? 90. If it breaks this line and it holds, I'm gonna add one right there. 21, we'll call it 21,996. 21,996. And 21,990. Same stop. Risking 6 points on that. That's $12. I can add 2 of them. I'm risking $200 if this breaks this level and holds, which would also put it back into this 5-minute channel right here, which I definitely would not want to see. Let's go ahead, let's look, and let's see what this thing does. So nice, we get back over this. So guess what, y'all? This one is green. The next candle puts this one green. The next 1 minute candle puts that one green. So I'm green on this position, and that position, all in the next 2 minutes. The next candle gets that one green. If I wanted to get out of the position right there, all of these, this entire position is now green. A lot of times when you look and you see my like orders, you'll see some like where it was like flat or it made a couple of bucks, or it might have lost a couple of bucks. That's what that's doing because of those type entries. But remember, this is my first entry over here. That one's green as well. But let's keep watching, because now is where I'll start looking at the chart. My target is previous day's close. This is coming back up to previous day's close. Now it all becomes a point of, can I hold it? Can I hold it for that? But that's my target. And then we're going to run numbers on, because for me, I'm not going to let this go all the way up here. I would probably be getting out around 22020. But let's look and see what this does. Let me do that to auto. This thing just rips, but I'm getting out right there at 220, y'all. So let's do the numbers. Getting out at 220. 22020. That one makes 56 bucks, almost 1-to-1. Just copy this and paste it. So we make 280 bucks on that trade. Little over 1-to-1. Again, when you see my numbers, they don't really look spectacular, but I'm doing this all day long, y'all. I'm doing that all day long. And no, that's the numbers I'm looking for. This one here, I was risking $24. I made 96. I made 4R. I made 1.5R. Made a little over 1R. Little under 1R and a little one under 1R. With my strategy trading this, I'm not really playing R's. And you'll see, like if you were in my Discord, I tell people all the time, I'm not really playing R's. I'm playing the edge. I'm playing the edge. And this could work the same way. If you started shorting up here, by the time you get up here, this is coming back down. Look at that. So think about it. If you did this the exact opposite way, and you took one right there and it broke, and you took another one right there and it broke, and you took another one right there and it broke, and you took another one right there, this thing makes the move back down, and every single one of those entries are now green. And this one up here is probably going to be 4 to 5 times what the risk was, because the risk is just going to be on the other side. And again, like I said, I'm not averaging in no more than about 5 times. And that's why you see on my chart, it has 5. Now, how I average in, that's going to be a different story. Let's see how many contracts that was. I was in 8 MNQs right there on this trade and made 280 bucks. That's after hours. First entry was at 9:08, and we are out of the trade at 20:10. So about an hour that you're sitting in that trade. And if you look at my stats, that's probably that's about right. That's about right for about how long I'm used. Not really. I'm not after hours. I will say after hours, I could be in a trade like that. During the market, 10, 15 minutes. And I'm going to usually see this come down. What makes this successful is I'm not chasing. I'm adding at key levels where this should bounce. And like I said, if you look at a lot of these on the ads, it was green. It was green. It went red. Now this one is green. That one is flat. Comes back down. This one's green. This one is green. Let's go right there. That one is green. Comes back down. So even as I'm adding, these here are still green. I'm just adding into the position and then boom, it makes the move. Let's just keep scrolling over and then I'm gonna wrap this one up just so we can kind of see what this did when it made its move. Notice back down. I want to see how it reacts to 21,994 if it gets back down there. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Right there off of that channel again. Nice move back up. This time it blazes through previous day's close and makes the move all the way up to previous day's high. I am shorting the heck out of this right here. I'm going to stack this one more time. I'm shorting that, y'all. I'm gonna get in right here. And if this comes up, I'm going to add right there. And a lot of times when this makes this move, I'm trail stopping. I'm locking in a tight trail stop because I do expect this to try to come back over and break and reclaim previous day's high. But look at how it just reacts to it. Look at how it reacts. Look how it reacts to the channel. Come on now. This is the retest. That's the fail. This is tanking. Come on now. Remember that price action level, 21,994? Look where we're back at. What's the low of that candle? Low of that candle is 21,990.75. Remember how I said my stop was 21,990? Once this, what Jared Live Trader would say, pressure and make a pipe burst. Other people will say it as well. Once this gets tested enough times, it's going to break. There's the break. Finally gets below it. Comes back above it. Once it gets above it, break, retest, breaks the high. It's back up again. And now you notice, you see the orange. And you saw it over here. I missed it. That's the hourly. That's that hourly channel that you see on this chart. That should bounce. And that's it, y'all. You don't really see any of the channels coming back into play. Had I continued like duplicating and stacking them, you would see them coming into play. Orange channel again. Previous day's close. This is why those levels are on my chart. Those are key levels for me. If price comes up here, a lot of times I'll short this for just a little quick scalp back down. Notice it came right back down to the hourly channel. I can't expect any more than that. I can't expect any more than that. Back up to previous day's close, back down, pressure, make a pipe burst, finally bust through it. But that's it, y'all. And this all I'm doing. As the market is moving like this, I'm just watching these levels. You see this gray channel? That's an old 5-minute channel. 5-minute channels are blue up channels. 5-minute up channels are blue, but these are from a few days ago and I didn't want to just delete them. So I made it gray. So it's kind of subdued in the background. So I still know where it's at. It's still in play. These channels are a couple of days old, but still in play. If I keep going, you're going to see like for Friday, you'll see the blue channels come in play that I was using and why I had made those. But for this day, these would have been blue. They wouldn't have been gray like that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This was just trades that I took yesterday. Look at that 994 level still in play. This was yesterday. Orange, or the purple line. Remember how I mentioned that? That's what Spark likes to use for his barometer to know whether the market is bullish or bearish. Notice how it came right down to it. That's also my 5-minute level. That's also the base of this 1-minute channel. It's money. I'm going in right there, and it makes the nice move. 72 entry. This thing makes a nice move up to 06. So 72, 82 is 10, 92 is 20. 02, that's the 30-point move right there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. See that little midline up in there? You can go in right there. You can add. Nice little move down. Again, these are scalp moves. I'm not looking to hold these moves all day, all morning. I'm looking to get my money and get out. $500 yesterday. Just trading this strategy. Not bad. Midline bounce. Nice. Solid broken line, or not solid, but black broken line. It's the hourly 50. Price is going to react to that. So if I'm taking this long, I'm not looking for it to break this. I'm getting out right up in here. It's a 14 entry. Call it a 48 exit. It's like 30 points right there, y'all. 1 MNQ, 30 points, $60. 2 MNQs, it's $120 in that move right there. That's it, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end it on that. As always, thanks for checking me out. Hopefully that was somewhat educational into the mindset of how I trade. And just as I did that, I saw blue channels coming into play from yesterday. But here's what it is. Thanks for checking me out as always. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments, y'all. Peace.